Prince William returned to his old RAF base today and found he had been promoted in more ways than one. When he was working as a search and rescue pilot at RAF Valley on Anglesey between 2010 and 2013, the heir to the throne used to drink his tea on base out of a jokey mug captioned, "Big Willy." On this week's visit, the future king was handed a steaming brew in a mug with the name, Prince of Wales's emblazoned on it. Describing the visit as a bit of nostalgia, William, 42, looked right at home as he toured the familiar airbase and met personnel from across the unit to hear more about their work and day-to-day life. The prince became Royal Honorary Air Commodore of RAF Valley last August after taking over the role from the king. William walked into the crew room clutching a steaming cup of tea in his new mug, where he joined engineers, qualified flying instructors, and trainees, including his former flying instructor Captain Brian Wills. After spotting him, William said warmly, "I thought you might be here today, you hang around like a bad smell." The pair then had a warm chat, where the captain thanked William for sending him a bottle of whiskey and a card to mark his 50th birthday in 2022. "Not at all," the prince said. Captain Wills said it was good to see William again, noting that the last time the pair saw one another was in 2009. He said, "It was very nice to catch up." Arriving to heavy rain and grey skies, William was greeted by Group Captain Jez Curry and headed straight inside the air traffic control tower. After his umbrella blew inside out, he joked, "It wouldn't feel like home if I wasn't back here on a day like this." Heading into the warm and dry, William entered the approach room where he took a keen interest in the new surveillance equipment before heading up to the visual control room. Noticing that the weather had markedly improved, the prince said, "Look, the weather is perfect now, what's happened?" He then took a minute to marvel at the views surrounding the tower, pointing to the Lynn Peninsula, and told the crew it was a bit of nostalgia for me. The Prince and Princess of Wales, who continues to undergo cancer treatment, lived in Anglesey while William worked at the base. He then headed back outside to visit the base's fire and rescue section, where the prince joined a simulated fire response exercise. He jumped in a fire engine and headed to a plane engulfed in flames, where William was tasked with extinguishing the blaze. Sitting in the passenger seat, he operated a water pump, expertly maneuvering the equipment to put out the fire in just over 60 seconds. When he later spoke with crew members, he joked he had been trying to get the media with the hose, but the crew with him were very well behaved. Hearing more about the work of the Fire and Rescue Section, which provides year-round airfield rescue firefighting and structural firefighting cover for RAF Valley, William quipped, "I bet you guys are good in the gym as well." He was met with hearty laughs as the prince imitated a bicep curl and added, "Fire crew are some of the fittest on station." After taking a quick break for some lunch, William presented the Prince of Wales Award for the Best Qualified Flying Instructor to Flight Lieutenant Jake Fleming and met the response team from the RAF Mountain Rescue Service, Mrs. Families had gathered outside to wave him off, with the prince taking the time to personally greet them. Bending down to speak to the children clutching Welsh flags, he asked them their names, and when one girl said her name was Charlotte, he replied, "I know one of those." He was also presented with a commemorative picture of RAF Valley. The prince belonged to the RAF's 202 Squadron, with colleagues regarding him as an outstanding pilot and as one of the family. In February 2011, William and his wife Kate visited Anglesey, where the now Princess of Wales carried out her first royal engagement ahead of her wedding to Prince William 2 months later. At the time, the couple were living in Anglesey, where William was working as an air-sea rescue pilot for the RAF. Kate beamed as she christened the new Hereford Endeavour lifeboat with a bottle of champagne, while her husband-to-be lovingly watched on. Recalling the event, RNLI volunteer David Griffiths told Town Country magazine, "They're such friendly, down-to-earth people, lovely." "I was quite surprised how down-to-earth they were, to be honest. I think everyone will tell you that." Another local, Colin Edwards, had given Kate a framed picture of her husband-to-be, Prince William, as a child, to which she responded, "Look at his knees." During the walkabout, Kate was pictured in a herringbone coat she had owned for at least 5 years, showing members of the public she was keen to recycle items of clothing, something the Princess of Wales has continued to do throughout her time making royal engagements. It comes following a very exciting weekend for the prince, who hugged England goal hero Bukayo Saka as he congratulated the Three Lions after their latest Euros win. The Prince of Wales hailed Saturday's game against Switzerland nail-biting to the very end and was snapped cheering with his fists in the air at Dusseldorf Arena after Saka scored the equaliser at the 80th minute. Chants of "England, England, England" echoed throughout the stadium during the thrilling moment. After the game, William, who is president of the FA, embraced the 22-year-old player in the tunnel. Wearing a navy suit and a football print tie, William congratulated Saka after the Three Lions won against their opponents to penalties after finishing 1-1.